Hey guys, what's going on? This is RJ Game News USA here, back today with another video, and we're going to go over all the details from the Borderlands 4 Sony State of Play deep dive. So we're going to jump right into it. So if you like this kind of stuff, please like, share, and subscribe if you hadn't already. So let's jump right into it. So first, let me say this before we really jump into it. The second half of 2025 is loaded. PlayStation, people have been wanting a state of play. They're a little down on them doing a Borderlands 4 state of play. Let me say, this state of play was really good. It gave us a lot of good information. I took a lot of notes on it. And so this is just a way for me to tell you guys directly what is going on with Borderlands 4. I mean, there's a lot of good games coming out this year. Metroid Prime 4 later. We know Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, GTA 6, Legend of Zelda, the new Hyrule Warriors game. There's shit coming down the pike that could have overshadowed Borderlands 4. As long as there's nothing releasing within that 2-week time frame before it or after it, the release date's September 12th. Hopefully, Borderlands 4 is a game that will get a little bit of time to shine with the spotlight only on them, because I'm interested in getting it now. 100% interested, and I was on the fence before. So this showcase did an excellent job. Visually, it looked impressive. Go check out the showcase. But if you don't want to miss any of the news that came out of the showcase for the game, you have come to the right place. I took a ton of notes. So, Vax is the new siren that uses supernatural phase energy and can conjure deadly minions. Rafa is a former soldier who uses an experimental exosuit and uses razor-sharp arc knives. Those are just 2 of the 4 classes, basically. The game takes place on Kyros. The Order kills citizens who step out of line there. They also have this mind control device of the citizens called bolts. So it's an oppressive planet. But there was the Alpha Moon that was teleported to Kyros from the end of Borderlands 3, 6 years ago in the timeline, that caused some havoc on planet Kyros. Zane, Moxie, and Claptrap return as well to the game. There's also a new drone called Echo 4, which is really helpful because it could hack equipment and it could guide you to objectives. I always love that in an open world game, when something can guide you to objectives, because sometimes I get fucking lost. I'm not gonna lie, I get lost. And the HUD looks great, the UI looks great, the gameplay looked like it ran smooth. It's got that Borderlands art style. I like everything I'm seeing. There's also improved lobby and crossplay. I did not hear anything about matchmaking with random people online, but if you have friends, it sounds like they want the most seamless and best crossplay that you could possibly do. There's also 4 zones on Kyros you can explore. So it doesn't seem like it's quite open world, but more like it's broken into 4 zones. Which I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. They brag there's next to no load times. Okay, well, a lot of games do that. But here's what I'm also excited about. There's new movement abilities, including glide, dash, double jump, and point grapple. I saw those things in action in the showcase, and it looked great. It looked fun. It looked like it was just a blast to get from one area to another, versus being a walking simulator 4000. There's also dynamic weather and events. So I guess there's always new quests popping up that randomly generate, it looks like. It looks like the weather will change over time and just be dynamic. That's cool. I think that's neat. Missions are auto-generated and tracked on your HUD automatically. I love this because if you guys know anything about the first Borderlands and stuff, especially, You'd have to click missions, accept missions, and it could get pretty tedious. So just it automatically auto-generating, auto-accepting, and auto-popping up on your HUD should be helpful. As long as that doesn't distract you from seeing what the main story quest is, that should be very helpful. Where were we? You could also hijack places called silos, and once they're unlocked, you can use it to fast travel and to find approximate vault key fragments. And if you collect enough vault key fragments, you can unlock vaults that contain epic loot. So that's sort of one of the gameplay loops there, especially for side quests. You can also call out a personal vehicle to drive around the map faster, called the Digi-Runner. This reminds me of Destiny, pulling out your vehicle and driving faster. And the Digi-Runner can be fully customized and with weapons. And one of the other gameplay loops that you have is taking out Order Outpost. So think like the Far Cry Outpost, but in Borderlands. Also, this is really interesting. I don't think I've quite seen this in a game before. You can also set your own campaign difficulty even while you're in a co-op party. So, like, let's say you're in a co-op party and your buddy is really a hardcore gamer and they want to ratchet it up to the hardest difficulty. They can do it, and you can play on the easiest difficulty, and somehow they've made it to where it doesn't affect your game, and you're not getting mowed down by the hard difficulty person. And meanwhile, it's not just easy for the other person you're playing with. That's really interesting. So I'm surprised they were able to find a way to make that work. You can also fast travel to friends. And there's even 2-player split screen. I really didn't expect this. In modern gaming, 2-player split screen is almost dead on the main consoles. Or on the big boy consoles, as people would call them. But Borderlands wanted to keep in at least the 2-player split screen here. And loot, of course, is independent per person. That's a requirement for sure. Now, here's what's also interesting. This is where you're not going to get a lot of this info from other people that cover Borderlands 4. But each piece of gear comes from 8 manufacturers. And I'll go over each one and what they do. Jacobs is a crit-friendly black powder weapon. Alright, that's pretty neat. I'd probably use that one maybe. Malawan uses elemental expertise. Vladov has lower accuracy but more bullets. Tedior, you have to toss to reload. So when you're done reloading, you toss and there's like an explosion or something. Torque is just explosive weapons. Order is powerful charge and release blasts. Ripper are fully auto weapons. That's probably what I would use. Order, Deluce or whatever has multiple ammo types. Weapon parts can be mixed and matched with more rare loot. So the more rare your loot is, the more that this could be mixed and matched. Enhancements replace artifacts and provides bonuses to specific manufacturers. So if there's a specific manufacturer you like, you could keep inserting your enhancements there to make yourself overpowered. Overhaul drop rates and legendary weapons drop less often. They admitted that Borderlands 3 legendary weapons drop too often, so it didn't make them feel special, so now legendary weapons will drop less. They really dug into the drop rates and wanted to make the drop rates better. Because they have a fine balance here. You want to keep the player engaged and give them something, but you don't want to give them everything too fast, or else they're not going to keep playing in a looter shooter. So they're always going to try to balance that out. We'll see if that's true. It's one thing to say you have it balanced, but we'll see if it actually is. Ordnance is the new gear slot for heavy weapons and rocket launchers with a cooldown time, and it doesn't take up a normal weapon slot. So that's fun. That's a good idea. Every Vault Hunter has a set of 3 unique action skills, Each action skill has its own branching skill tree. So you guys, basically, that's your skill tree. Each Vault Hunter has a passive trait ability. Fight for your life mechanic makes a return. That's great. I love that mechanic. Basically, you're down, but you shoot someone and you get back up. Rev kits help with heals and buffs. And full mission replay is allowed. No more save load to rerun boss fights. Also, there's a June hands-on gameplay event. And the game comes out September 12th. So, I'm fucking sold. Borderlands 4, let's go. Let's do this. I kind of want to play this game with you, the viewer, possibly, right? Like, we should get together and play some Borderlands 4. You know, so if you know me on PlayStation or you want to add Game News USA on PlayStation and maybe you're interested in buying Borderlands 4, maybe, you know, we can talk about co-oping. Just saying. And, you know, maybe even do it on stream too. But yeah, I am super excited. I am super pumped for this game. Let's go. It may not even be the top in the top 5 for Game of the Year by the end of the year, but this to me feels like a game that's worth buying. It's worth playing. So I'm excited for it. Unless Metroid Prime 4 drops right around the same time, then Borderlands 4, I'm stoked. Let's go. My best case scenario I'm hoping for is I'm going to play Clair Obscura in May. I'm going to play Mario Kart World in June. I'm going to play Donkey Kong in July. And then I hope it goes Borderlands in September. Well, Madden in August. Borderlands in September. Metroid in October. GTA in November. And then hopefully maybe Hyrule Warriors in December. That would be the perfect lineup where I could get one game a month for the rest of the year and just have a blast. And none of them are within like 3 or 4 weeks of a release of each other. That would be excellent. Probably won't happen. I'm probably going to have to make some tough calls, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. I'll see y'all later. Peace.